Okay, a quick update on my front panel project. Um, it's obviously displaying data. I'm just running through the character set. Um, and the only issue that I encountered was the PC board. The location of the switch is very close to the edge of the board, and the aluminum extrusion can short these two pins together, and one of them is ground, I believe, so it's shorting ground to ground. That's not going to hurt anything. But one of them is a data line, and if it shorts that data line, then one of the data lines becomes non-functional. So I had to remove a little bit of metal from the case to make sure that short doesn't happen. So if you're going to lay out a front panel board, make sure you pay attention to how much aluminum is around the edge and how much clearance you need. Something I didn't take into consideration. I did take into consideration the corners, because I knew there was quite a bit of metal in the corners, but I didn't think about the edge of the PC board. So anyway, it's running now. So I'll change the software to display real things instead of character sets, and the next program I need to write is the keyboard scan. Since there's 8 switches, I'm using the data lines 0 through 7 to scan the switches, and then looking at the other side of the switch to see if the line is either high or low. When I scan, say, bit 7 and the switch is closed, then the sense line should be high because I'm activating bit 7, so, or bit 4, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I'll add that scanning in and make the switches do something. That'll be the next thing. The other thing I wanted to talk about was a viewer talked about my 8-bit LED strips, and he pointed out LEDs. Let me kind of push that off a little bit. He pointed out LEDs like these. These are 8-bit LED strips, and they're very nice. They're dip packages, 30.3 centers and 0.1 in the other direction. So they're very nice. The only problem with these is there's no resistors, so you have to add 8 resistors every time you go to use one of these things. So that's the reason I don't like them. And they are a bit bulky too. They're a bit on the thick side. But let me show you what those look like. And I have some other ones I recently purchased that I'll show you that are a bit special. Okay, so I have the LED here in my series of pull-up resistors, and I can turn them on. So this is a red display. So they're all the same color, pretty bright. So these are very nice. So if you wanted to make a little board with 8 resistors, you could use these things. But like I said, they're quite on the large side. If you kind of take a look at this guy over here, it's quite small because it's all surface mount resistors and surface mount LEDs. So it fits a nice little package. And but if you're designing like a front panel, these probably present better. These are a much nicer looking display, especially for a bar graph. So let me show you these other parts that I recently found on eBay that I actually didn't know they existed, and so we'll take a look at those. Okay, well, the first thing I noticed is, which was quite annoying, is that the leads are quite short on this device, and it won't actually plug into the proto board. So what I had to do is put a couple sockets on the bottom here to extend the legs, and anyway. At least I can plug it into the board now to show you what's going on. If you're using it on a PC board, it's no big deal. But if you want to plug it into a proto board, these aren't going to work for you. So let's Let's turn our LED on. So, okay, so what's special? It's still red, red, red. Oh, wait a minute, yellow, 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 green, 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 and the last one I don't have a pull-up resistor on there. I think it actually might be blue. Let's see, can I rearrange this just a bit? Get that? Yeah, see the last LED is blue. So it's blue, green, green, yellow, 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 red, 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 something like that. So these would make a nice UV kind of audio level indicator or something like that. Different colors. Anyway, it's I hadn't seen a multicolor version of this type of LED package before. So yeah, so these are now available on eBay. I don't know. There's a part number if you can read it. KYXB10B8YR. So anyway, yeah, those are interesting. I don't know what I'll do with these. I just saw them on eBay and said, okay, I gotta have some of those. They were cheap. But these red ones have really, really long legs, like too long almost. So that's kind of interesting too. But that might be valuable if you need some height above your board to get the display to push through your front panel. So sometimes long legs are a good thing, sometimes they're a bad thing. So anyway, that's it for today.